Someone earlier asked about a standing desk. It's an interesting story about standing desks. It's a nice little snow effect going on, just to wake up the old CPU again. Anyway, the standing desk things. I'm pretty sure I got an email from the standing desk people being like, hey, do you want to take a sponsorship? And I looked into it. And apparently what they do is they send you a standing desk. And then if they like the video you make, then they reimburse you for it. Or they send you some more afterwards. And I'm like, that's not how this works. You want me to advertise a product? First of all, one, I've got to like the product. And two, you've got to then pay for my time. There's a big difference here. What about a lying down desk? I've always said to advertisers, and I think, I've been honest with you guys as well, I've got no problems taking sponsorships. I've got no problems doing sponsored streams. I've got no problems doing sponsored videos. I've got no problems putting in sponsorships. But, and this is the big but, it must... I've had so many people come to me and being like, hey, you've got to read this. No. Well, then we're not going to pay you. Okay. That's fine. That's not the threat to me that you think it is. Now, I'm in a very comfortable position with support from the audience precisely because I don't read things at them. I mean, what do you guys think about kind of sponsorships and segments and ad reads? Because, of course, as soon as you accept a sponsorship, there is, in everyone's mind, there's at least a level of thought that says, oh, well, they're not going to be as objective as they normally would be because they don't want to bite their hand that feeds them, that kind of stuff. I would rather do... This is going to sound weird, but hear me out on this. I would rather do an entire sponsored video than add in a 30, 60, or 120 sponsored segment at the start. And the reason for that is if you do an entire sponsored video, you can pace it like a good video. It flows. You're not interrupting the video halfway through to do a 2-minute ad read and then going back to the video as it is. If you do an entire sponsored video, you just pace it as best you can and add it at the end, which to me works better, to be honest. I just think that's nicer. Most of the advertisements are for trash products. Yeah, they really are. I mean, they came to me with those, do you want to sell the titles, the title things, the Scottish landlord titles. And when they said, hey, do you want to sell these landlord titles? I said no, because I know how they work. I know that they're just a novelty. You're not actually purchasing land. You're not actually a landowner. You don't have any legal rights to call yourself this. What you're selling is a novelty. You're selling those things that say you own a star. There is no actual kind of overarching government body or political body or business body that tracks any of this. You're selling a novelty. And I don't think you're being clear enough that this is a novelty. So you don't actually own a square of land on the moon or a square of land in Scotland. You don't. If you want to play a novelty, great, that'd be fine. But I've had so far like 3 companies that messaged me and were like, hey, can you do a video? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I agree with your product. That's okay. So you're not a laird of Glenfish. I'm sorry. I am sorry. You own a piece of paper. That's what you own. Yeah. If a content creator is willing to take a sponsorship from a steaming pile of shit like Rady Shady, I wouldn't say that the content creator themselves is a bad person for doing that, because everyone has their reasons for taking sponsorships, and sometimes your reasons are survival. Everyone's got bills to pay. Everyone's got food to buy. Everyone's got a family and friends to try and take care of. Everyone wants nice things for themselves. It's totally understandable that you will want to accept the sponsorships to live effectively. So don't ever feel personally offended by someone taking a sponsorship. I'm just in a very lucky position to not need to. Yeah, Raid is annoying, but they fund creators. Yeah. They fund people. And some of your favorite creators and some of my favorite creators are only still creating because they were able to pay their bills that month, to keep focusing on YouTube as a full-time job and bringing you great content. I think that Tellurian Community College did it really well, because the professor makes some videos with no sponsorships and other videos with sponsorships. And he's actually gone on record and says that he puts the sponsorships in the videos that he knows are going to be less successful, because that is how he funds the videos that are more successful. He very much has kind of money builders and money spenders. These videos are going to generate cash for the channel. These videos are going to cost cash, but be artistic for the channel. Started watching you a couple of weeks ago, like your stuff. Enjoyed the Dungeons & Dragons online video. I very much enjoyed playing Dungeons & Dragons online, without a doubt. Plus, let's be real, if you're watching a YouTube video with a sponsorship in and you're not watching the premiere, all you're going to do is press the right arrow key forward like 9 times. That's what everyone does. They're like, but first, word from our sponsor. Skip. Back to the video. Yeah, that's how it works. We all do it. It's okay. Yeah. Can you imagine that? It's today's video is sponsored by this game, which I don't play, but they've paid me a lot of money to say is good. Yeah, that would work. I would find that funnier. Do you ever think it's weird that companies want YouTubers to make entertaining, funny, engaging adverts, but they don't want them to do it at the expense of themselves? Like, if you could just make an advert that's entertaining, it would get shared, which would mean that your advert gets seen by more people. It's very much a case of business first, serious business. Don't be bad toward our product. Don't say anything negative. Serious business all the way. Oh no, we can't be making jokes at our own product, despite the fact that would absolutely 100% get watched more. And as you get bigger as a YouTuber, you have more weight to throw around. The Internet Historian is great. The Internet Historian has some of the funniest ads. And when it gets, you know what my favorite ad section is anything that Many Kudos does. I think Many Kudos has nailed it as far as funny ad reads go, because I just want to watch them because they are part of the video. They're silly. They're good. Yeah, Drew Gooden sponsors his own channel with his own stuff. Is great. Yeah. But then you have companies that are like, nope, you must read it exactly as it signs. And sometimes I say to people, and I ask the companies, why do you want me to read this exactly as you've put it? And a few have replied to me and they've said, because our team of writers has decided this is the most efficient advert to put out. This is going to hit the demographic the best. This is created to be the most effective, grouping of words and pictures in order to sell our product. And I've been like, wow, you've optimized the soul out of your product. You've optimized the enjoyment out of it. You're taking this product as if everyone watching it is a soulless, mindless robot. There is a reason that some of the funniest adverts are invented by people who don't make adverts, because they just understand what they want. And I've said to companies before, I'll advertise this product because I use this and I like this, but you've got to let me put it in my own words and you've got to let me point out the flaws and the positives. And they've said no. I've been like, all right, cool. Bye.